Standards identified in these activities have been adopted from the content standards of the national organization for each discipline. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in this high school biology class are doing a research project. The project has to cover a topic related to biology and incorporate the capabilities of the school's new computer microscopes. Before they begin their research, the students explore the capabilities of the new computer microscopes using specimens available in the classroom. This learning activity incorporates Science Standard A2 for grades 9 through 12, which refers to students' understanding about scientific inquiry. The students develop an understanding that scientists rely on technology to enhance the gathering and manipulation of data. The teacher and the students also discuss the capabilities and limitations of the computer microscopes and assess their usefulness in specific contexts. This integrates Technology Standard Number 1 for grades 9 through 12.
Ms. Bledsoe.
Yes?
We can see Mr. Lincoln in his memorial on the bill.
You're kidding.
Yeah, you can actually see the memorial. Where's that at?
All right, get that in focus. This group over here is working with money also. They have a $5 bill.
We need to take a picture of that. See, you can take.
And they're looking for Mr. Lincoln sitting right there in the Lincoln Memorial.
See, we can take pictures with the microscope too.
So you're going to take a picture and you're going to take a video, Zach?
Well, I was looking at what they're looking at.
And that's 60 times magnification, but you also get a little distortion of the image by blowing it up so much. Let's look at him under. You've got 200 times now.
We can get it, but it's just like you can only get a small picture.
Yeah, you can look at it at the bottom.
What is the minimum magnification on this microscope?
10.
All right. What's the maximum?
It's 200. And the only thing that's bad about that, it's not good enough to look at like bacteria and certain kind of microorganisms.
A group of students analyzes earthworms with a microscope. The technology allows them to get detailed pictures of the worm's skin tissue. This activity integrates Science Standard C1 for grades 9 through 12, which requires that students develop an understanding of life science.
There it is.
See the heartbeat? 1 of the 5.
You can see clear through it. The skin is transparent. Now, where did this worm come from?
Sherry, Joe.
Sherry dug it up?
Yep.
So it's an earthworm native to Southside, Virginia. And you can actually see the coloration of the blood as it flows through the vessels.
The students' biology projects have to use the technological capabilities of the computer microscopes. This learning activity integrates Technology Standard Number 8 for grades 9 through 12, which requires that the students select and apply technology tools for research, information analysis, problem solving, and decision making in content learning.
Let's see what the worm does today. The placement of the specimen on the microscope stage is difficult to get it in view. You notice they have 2 light sources, the top light and the bottom light. Which one works best?
Top light.
For the worm, it's the top light.
For the worm, the top light?
Because at the bottom one doesn't have a shadow.
All right.
The students work collaboratively to research their topics using magazines, textbooks, and the internet. They also analyze specimens with the computer microscopes and capture snapshots and video clips that will be included in a PowerPoint presentation. As they work, the students implement Science Standard A1 for grades 9 through 12, which refers to students' abilities to do scientific inquiry.
That is an excellent photo of a spider. He has more than
It's 8.
1, 2, 3, 4 eyes. How many does he have total? Can they see?
I'd hope they could see it.
No, they can't see.
Can they see images or do they just see shapes? Did you find that out? Are all of the eyes the same?
No, some of them do. The front are bigger.
The front two are bigger. Do you think they see things differently?
Probably. Thanks.
So you don't know. Maybe we need to do some research on that. That's a good idea.
One group of students does research on spiders. The teacher helps the students interpret some of the information they have found. Through a series of questions, she raises the students' awareness of the process of evolution as it relates to an organism's ability to camouflage itself. This integrates Science Standard C3 for grades 9 through 12, which requires that students develop an understanding of biological evolution.
What do you call it when an organism has the capability of camouflaging itself to look like something else over a long period of time? It doesn't just think about this idea and decide it wants to change its appearance. How do these organisms exactly? Evolution. And how does evolution come about to get things like that? Is it pre-planned, do you think, in the mind of the organism? How does it happen? How do you get something that looks different?
I think God does it, but I don't know.
Think about genetics. How do changes happen, even within simple organisms like spiders? What would you call it? There used to be a cartoon that had a name about some of these changes, and it involved turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
What was the full name of that?
Mutation.
So a mutation.
Rat without a tail.
Africa's right high.
So it was an evolutionary change that occurred.
Antarctica, no, Alaska.
Well, wherever it was, there was a change that occurred in the body type of that organism that you remember.
Because that's what we studied.
Well, it's good that you can remember and connect that to what you're doing now.
Each group of students does a PowerPoint presentation to communicate their research. The instructor integrates English Language Arts Standard Number 12 by having the students use spoken, written, and visual language for learning, enjoyment, persuasion, and the exchange of information.
And our thesis statement is that we will attempt to discover new facts and learn about the makeup of feathers. And we got a little thinking guy. The feathers. Next. The parts of a feather, which are the vein, which is like these little sticky, little parts that stick out on the feather, and the rachis, or is that how you say it?
Rachis.
Rachis. And that's just a little middle part right here. And the downy portion, which is just the edge, right? I think so. And the quill, which you can't see in this picture, but you will on the next thing. And the barbs are on the vein, on the feathers, on the little things on the veins. They have little barbs, which are little puny things, and they hook up. And the barbules, they're on the barbules on the barbs, and they're smaller and they're puny and we can't see them. And then there's this type of feathers which are contour and down. Next.